guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a review to share with you. So we are going to be talking about the Monat hair care. If you have not heard of it, I am going to get a little bit into it in a second, but before I start out, I did want to let you guys know right up front, I am not affiliated with Monat. I do not sell Monat. I'm not a partner with Monat, nothing like that. I actually found or heard about it originally through YouTube from one of my favorite YouTubers that I like to watch, and she was talking about the system and I thought I would give it a try myself. So this isn't sponsored, I'm not selling it, so this is just a consumer opinion, what I have found since I've been using these products. So Monat, if you're not familiar, they are very similar to like a Mary Kay kind of a setup. You cannot buy these products in a retailer, in a brick and mortar store. You actually have to purchase them through one of their retail partners. So it's like a salesperson like Mary Kay has. So you do have to go through someone to purchase it. They are quite expensive depending on what products you're purchasing, and I'll have all the prices listed on the screen as I talk about each item, because it does, you know, vary a little bit, like the shampoo and conditioner, and depending on which line. There's several lines within their line that they have, and other products as well that they offer, including like styling products and things like that, but they're all hair related products. And as I already mentioned, it is quite expensive, so I really wanted to share my opinion with you guys and let you know what I thought about it, just to, you know, get some more opinions out there. When I searched for reviews, there were very few. There were some reviews on YouTube, but a lot of them were affiliates. There was very few that were people actually not selling it. So I definitely wanted to share my thoughts, since I have been using this system now for about 4 months. I started using it near the beginning of October. So I have been using it every single day for about 4 months. I don't use any other products in my hair because they do state on their website, and they do talk to you quite extensively about how there is like this detox period. So they really recommend that you use only Monat products for at least 3 months to allow your hair to go through a full detox. And basically their whole idea behind that is that a lot of other products can cause buildup on your hair, and their products are supposed to break down and remove the buildup. And they say it can take up to 3 months to do that. But if you're using other products in your hair at the same time as Monat, it won't work properly, because it can't really remove the buildup if you're adding more buildup, if that makes sense. And then they, like I said, they do recommend that you go 3 full months using the system before you really get your full results. So I have been using it for 4 months now. I definitely have some thoughts, so let's get into this. So first of all, I am going to break this down into 2 parts. I am going to have timestamps down below for you because if you guys did not know, I do have some very specific concerns with my scalp and hair. I have scalp psoriasis, which causes a lot of discomfort and a lot of particular issues that if you don't have scalp psoriasis are not going to apply to you. So I will put a timestamp down below of when I start talking about my actual hair, because I wanted to first get into the results I saw with my scalp psoriasis. So the reason this system was so intriguing to me is because they do talk about that it is supposed to improve the health of your scalp, which then translate to your hair, because if you have a healthy scalp, then you're going to have healthy hair growth. So that was intriguing to me, because it is very difficult as a person who has scalp psoriasis. It's very difficult to find products that you can use on your scalp that are not going to irritate or make your condition even worse. And obviously I have to wash my hair, so I have to at least apply a shampoo to my scalp. And then, you know, if I want to style or condition or anything else, that's additional products that can cause more inflammation and more problems with my psoriasis. So it's recently, within the last year, I've switched to all natural products because I have found that my scalp does do better with all natural ingredients. And if I use any products that have synthetic ingredients, it does tend to more likely to irritate my scalp. But that's not always the case. There are still some all natural products that I've tried that do irritate my scalp psoriasis. So it's very difficult to find something that you can use that doesn't make it worse. I've never found anything that makes it better as far as like shampoos and stuff like that. But for me, my goal is just to find a shampoo and a hair care line that I can use that isn't going to irritate it more, because even that alone can be very difficult. So that was my goal with this. That's the reason I was interested in trying out these products, because when you have the scalp issues that I've had, you're pretty much willing to spend any amount of money to alleviate the problem. So I'll briefly talk about it in case you don't have scalp psoriasis. The main symptoms that I have with my scalp psoriasis are very dry, itchy scalp, flaking. There are what they call buildups, which are like psoriasis scaling, where it literally looks like dragon scales. That's what my youngest daughter calls them, as my dragon scales. It literally is scaling and flaking of the scalp, where it basically just builds up. The dead skin cells, what psoriasis is your dead skin cells are, or your skin cells are regenerating faster than they can literally slough off your skin. So that means that they will literally build up like plaque or a hard surface. There's the itching, it's very tight and uncomfortable, irritated feeling on the scalp, and sometimes even bleeding, depending on how bad and how irritated it can get. If I use the wrong products, my scalp will bleed. So I have to be very cautious with what I apply to my scalp. So that was what really intrigued me about Monat, is they are an all-natural line, and they did talk a lot in their marketing materials that I was reading through. They did talk a lot about how their whole idea is to detox and get rid of toxins that are built up on the scalp. And I do believe that my psoriasis is caused by toxins in the body. Not necessarily only in the scalp, but I feel like as someone with psoriasis in general, your body doesn't detox as well on its own, and it ends up your body is trying to push the toxins out through your skin, and that is why you get that kind of reaction on your skin. So, I mean, just based on the research that I've done on psoriasis, I believe that is what's happening, but no doctors have really found a reason or a cure for psoriasis. So anyway, that is what kind of drew me in. I was like, okay, so it is all natural, which is something I'm looking for. It's supposed to detox your scalp and hair, which is something I also knew I needed to do. And I had been trying some other like clarifying shampoos and stuff, but it's hard to find a clarifying shampoo that's all natural. So that was kind of the reason that I was drawn into it. And then all of the reviews that I had heard, people were really raving about it and talking about how much healthier their hair was looking, and their scalp and all of that, and the regrowth of the hair and all of that. And that's one other thing too I'll mention real quick is because of my scalp psoriasis, the plaque that builds up on your scalp, when it comes off, it can be very sticky and gummy, and because of that, it will stick to your hair follicles and literally rip your hair follicles out. So I have a lot of bald spots on my head, particularly around my temple, like above my ear. That's typically where I get the scaling, is along here on both sides of my head, and that is where my hair is the thinnest, and it is because of the scalp or the scaling that just like pulls off and rips hair out with it. So anyway, that is why I wanted to try out this system. I was really hoping to find something that would not only not irritate my psoriasis more, but to actually help heal it. So I thought, you know, let's give it the full 3 months. I even went 4 months and see what it does. So I had my youngest daughter film my scalp because she's very interested in my psoriasis. She thinks it's fascinating. Like I said, she calls them dragon scales. She thinks I'm slowly turning into a dragon. So she likes looking at them. So I had her take my phone and film my scalp, and that was a week before I started the system. It was when I had ordered it but hadn't received it yet. So I'll insert that footage. And while you guys are watching that, I'll talk a little bit about the condition of my scalp at that time. So this was not the worst my scalp had been when I started this system. I had a few scales, but very few. It was mostly at that time just irritated, itchy, dry, flaky scalp. And so that's kind of the condition it was when I began. So now I'm gonna show you guys how my scalp is now. So now my scalp is pretty much the same as it was then. If anything, I feel like I have maybe just slightly less buildup right now on my scalp. It's still dry and itchy. I don't feel like it has improved any of the flaking whatsoever. I still get a lot of flaking. If you watch my videos, I'm sure you see all the time the little snowflakes on my shirt if I'm wearing something dark like this, because it is still I still have a lot of dandruff. I still have a lot of buildup. So I'm sure you can see though, my hair growth has improved in this area. I don't have as much bald spots, and I do have quite a few of these wispy little, I have fine thin hair so they're hard to see, but these little regrowth hairs coming in, that's all regrowth from where I had breakage from my psoriasis. So hopefully there's enough footage there to show you guys, otherwise I might cut that out, but you can definitely see the flaking coming off. So let me zoom you back out. So overall, as far as the improvement on my scalp, I would say I have not seen a significant improvement in my scalp. However, this is one of the few shampoos and conditioners I've been able to use that don't make my scalp feel worse. So that is a win for me. If you have scalp psoriasis, you know what I'm talking about. It's extremely difficult to find products that you can use that aren't going to agitate your scalp even more. So I have been able to use this without irritation, so that is really good. But like I said, it was not the miracle that I was hoping for as far as improving my psoriasis. Oh, I want to grab one more thing. Also, I did want to mention, I did watch a couple videos where people actually were claiming that Monat healed their psoriasis, and a lot of those videos, they were talking about this here. This is the Rejuvenate oil. It's like an oil blend. It smells nice though. It does smell like lemons. I've been a big believer in using oil to treat my psoriasis because a lot of times your scalp is so dry. It's so dry, and that's what causes a lot of the flaking, is the dryness, and that's what causes the tightness and the itchiness. So I do a lot of oil treatments, and I've talked to you guys about that on my channel several times previously. So I do a lot of oil treatments, and when people were talking about how amazing this oil is and how it just healed their psoriasis, I was very hopeful. This bottle here is $85, you guys. It's quite expensive. And I honestly don't feel like this does anything more than applying coconut oil, which is very affordable, did for my scalp. If anything, I feel like it did less because of how expensive it is and how little you get. I am very sparing when I apply this, and I just don't feel like it really does enough. When I treat my hair with coconut oil, I saturate my scalp with it and sleep with it overnight as like a scalp treatment, and it really does soothe and heal your scalp. And then I only have to do that like every couple weeks. But if I were to try to do that with this, I would use up the entire bottle, and this is $85. So I can't afford to do that. So for overall, I don't get the point of this oil. I don't feel like it did really show any additional results to a much cheaper alternative, which would be coconut oil. I do like the way it smells, but I'm not going to pay $85 for a lemon scented oil. I mean, it does smell nice, but I didn't get this. All right, a lot of their products, by the way, are infused with their Rejuvenate concentrate, so it has like this oil basically in a lot of their products as well. So I want to move on from the psoriasis part of it. As I mentioned, I don't feel like it healed my psoriasis, but I don't feel like it made it worse. So take your own opinion from that. If you have scalp psoriasis, you can decide whether or not that's worth you investing in. If you found a cheaper system that does not irritate your psoriasis, you might want to stick with that because these products are quite expensive. So let's get into my actual hair now. I want to talk about the products that I've been using. The first one that I have completely reused all the way up, this is the Revive shampoo, and I also completely used up one of the Revitalized conditioners. So this was sold as like a set, and it was their thickening set that was meant for fine thin hair, which I do have, and also to help with regrowth. They do recommend when you use the shampoo that you do a double cleanse, and you're supposed to apply like a dime size amount, well, depending on the length of your hair, but like a dime size amount. Really massage it into your scalp, leave it on for 2 to 3 minutes, rinse it away, and repeat. And then you use the conditioner. I never really have been someone who double cleanses my hair before, even though most shampoos do tell you to do so. But I did do it that way with this Monat system because everybody said you have to do it. You're not gonna see the results if you don't. And I knew I was going to be doing this review for you guys, so I wanted to make sure I followed the instructions. So I was doing the double cleanse. A lot of people said like the first time you shampoo, with the first round of shampoo that you don't really notice it foaming up, and then the second one it will foam like crazy. I only noticed that for like the first week, maybe like the first week of applying it, that happened. And then after that, it always just foamed the same amount. So I don't know if I didn't have that much buildup on my hair or what was happening, but that's not something that like continued to happen in my hair. So yeah. The other thing, everybody said that it takes like that 3-month detox before your hair starts to look better, and that your hair gets worse before it gets better. I did not necessarily notice that my hair got worse before it got better. My hair was in pretty bad shape when I started using this system. I wore it back every day because it drove me crazy. It was very stringy, very dry, a lot of breakage, a lot of balding, like I said, a lot of bald spots. It was just very dry and brittle, and it looked fried. It just looked fried and unhealthy. So I definitely have noticed an improvement in my hair itself. It is softer, it feels healthier, it looks shinier, and when it falls, it doesn't have that like really dry, cracked look at the ends of my hair. It looks softer and healthier, if that makes sense. It's not all stringy anymore. It's just a little bit better. Now, I don't feel like my hair looks crazy good. I still have the same hair I started with. It's still fine, thin hair. It just looks a little healthier. So I definitely have noticed an improvement in the health of my hair, but it's not like a significant improvement. And like I have mentioned a few times, this stuff is expensive, and the way everyone was talking about it, it was supposed to be like this miracle product. And generally, I don't feel like it's a miracle product. I think that it's a good product. I think it definitely does improve. If you have very damaged hair, it will help improve that, but I don't think it's going to completely reform your hair or change your hair. It's definitely not going to heal your psoriasis if you have psoriasis. So I don't know. I think it is a good product. Do I think it's worth the money? For me, right now, yes. Only because I have been struggling this last year to find any shampoos or conditioners that I could apply that did not irritate my scalp. So for me right now, this is the only answer I have. However, am I going to continue using it forever? Probably not. Something that I have noticed with my scalp psoriasis is that a product will work for a while, sometimes even up to like a full year, but then it stops working and starts irritating my scalp again. So I'm sure I'm not going to stick with these products forever, but for now I am. If you don't have a condition like I do, which most people don't, I don't know that these would be worth it for you. I think that you could probably find some salon brands or maybe even some drugstore brands if you look hard enough that could give you a similar effect. And I would definitely recommend skipping the oil. If you want a really good, healthy oil for your scalp, definitely try coconut oil. And I will mix other oils in there. Sometimes I'll mix in like almond oil. I can't remember all the oils I have right now, but I've definitely used other oils in addition to the coconut oil, but I use the coconut oil as a base always because it's very affordable, number one. It's very hydrating. It's an antibacterial, so that will help with the detoxification of your scalp as well. So that is what I use, and I would definitely recommend that over this $85 little oil treatment, whatever they call that. I did want to real quick go over the other products that I've been using as well in case you are curious. Most recently, after I ran out of those first two, I switched shampoos to the Renew shampoo. I felt like the Revive shampoo was nice, but I wanted something that was a little bit better for my dry irritated scalp. So I went to this one because it is more of a hydrating shampoo. It's supposed to moisturize, shine, and strengthen. So I moved to that. I also received this as one of the only for you gifts, which I forgot to mention that. When I did sign up to order these products, I did sign up for the VIB program because you save 10%. VIB doesn't mean like I sell it or anything. It's just like it's almost like signing up for a movie club or something like that. When you sign up, you save a little bit up front, but you have to agree to purchase a certain amount. So I signed up for that to save the 10%, knowing that I would need at least 3 months worth. But now I really do regret signing up for that because the only way to cancel, I have to call their 800 number, which I've tried twice, and both times I waited on hold for 40 minutes and could not reach anybody. So I don't know if I'll ever be able to cancel that because you literally can't get a hold of anyone live and you can't cancel over their website. You have to call somebody. So I'm really frustrated with that. But one of the other perks that they do offer you as a VIB member with your like monthly, they'll send you monthly your order, they give you a free gift and they call it the only for you gift. And one of the things I had received was this clarifying shampoo, one of the months. And I'm almost out of this now, and I really do actually like this for my psoriasis. So if you have a problem with dandruff or buildup on your scalp, it does definitely break it down and remove it. So I have been liking this. When I use this though, I'll use this as the first cleanse, and then for the second cleanse, I'll just use a regular shampoo and then use the regular conditioner. And then the conditioner I'm using right now is again the Revitalize, same as the empty one that I had. I liked it, so I used that one again, or purchased that one again. The other only for you gifts that I got, I wasn't really a fan of. One of them was for curly hair, which I clearly do not have. This is air dried. My hair is pin straight, so I definitely did not need a curling gel for my hair. And then I can't even remember the other gifts that I received. I've been just getting rid of them. I think I included one in my last giveaway because they're not products I would need. So I don't recommend signing up for the VIB unless you are absolutely in love with these products and you know you're going to be using them forever, because like I mentioned, it's very difficult to cancel once you're signed up. All right, you guys, so my overall thoughts, I feel like it is a nice product, but I don't feel like it is worth the money unless you have a condition like I do where you feel like you really needed something and you weren't able to meet your needs somewhere else. But other than that, I don't feel like it's the miracle that everybody is saying that it is. I know if you guys watch people's videos, there are some crazy videos out there saying, oh, it magically transformed my hair and I have all this regrowth now and my hair went from fine thinning to like voluminous, full, beautiful, wavy, curly. No, it's not gonna change your hair. It might make it slightly healthier, but there's a lot of products out there that I feel like can give you those same results for a much better price. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you have questions or comments, leave them down below. I'd be happy to answer those for you. Like I said, I'm not an affiliate, so I don't have a link for you to purchase it, but if you just search on YouTube, you will find lots of affiliates if you wanted to order this that you could order through. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video today. If you have questions or comments, leave them down below and have a fantastic day. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.